So how do you show up in the world? If you are here, this was divinely guided. You are guided to this message. May this find who it needs to find. So again, how do you show up in the world? And this can take on many forms, and it applies to many different scenarios. How do you show up for yourself? How do you show up in the world? Did you brush your teeth this morning? Do you brush your teeth in the morning? Do you brush your teeth and wash your face? That may seem so simple, but that's all about self-care. And not only is it about self-care, it's about routines. It's about the foundation that we create for ourselves. Do you only brush your teeth when you have something to do? Do you only brush your teeth when you're leaving the house? And sometimes what that can tell ourselves subconsciously, or rather what it tells about how we are operating subconsciously, because this video is, even though I'm asking you questions, right, I want you guys to do some self-introspection, some reflection, some self-reflection, some introspection. I want this to kind of, after you're done with this video, I want you to kind of get a clearer snapshot of how your subconscious is operating, right? What level are you on? Are you on the self-care level? Are you still struggling? And this is not judgment. This video is not about judgment. So even though I asked you if you brushed your teeth this morning, if you didn't brush your teeth this morning, that's okay. That's okay. When you leave off the video, you can go brush your teeth. Like, it's not that deep, right? Shots fired. Like, that's what people think. Like, every time I hear somebody, like, every time I hear that question, I think shots fired, but it really is not. Like, I swear it is not shots fired. It's a journey. It's a process. It's an honest one. It's a real one. It's a raw one. You know what I'm saying? You're not ready to tell me that every celebrity you see on TV brush their teeth in the morning. Some of them probably be funky. Like, they be funky 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Remember they said R. Kelly was funky when they came, when they did the documentary about him and them girls, and it was like everybody who knew him say he always smelled like he didn't change his drawers, but he was, you know what I'm saying, so creatively brilliant, very devious and deviant, but you know what I'm saying, very monetarily capable of washing his butt and changing his underwear, but he didn't, you know. So this is no judgment, like, no. So back, my inner child is like jumping for joy inside of me. So this is how I'm showing up right now. But anyways, how are you showing up? How do you show up for yourself? What are the routines that you have for yourself? How do you dress yourself? That tells a lot about what's going on in here, what's going on up here, what's going on in your soul, you know? How connected you are to your soul. Because at our most authentic, you know, as we are the most aligned with our soul, that's when we take the best care of ourselves. We show up in ways that makes us happy and makes us joyful. So I'm gonna kind of go through it slowly. So what are the routines that you have in the morning, right? Do you get up and you take care of yourself? Do you get up and you speak goodness to yourself? When you look at yourself in the morning, do you smile at yourself? Are you happy to see yourself? Are you happy that you woke up another day? So, you know, gratitude is such an important thing, you know, how we show up in the world. Because as we show gratitude for the small things, the universe gives us more things to be grateful for. More introspection. How do you get dressed? Do you sit all day in your pajamas? Do you like your pajamas? Pajamas. I don't even talk like that. Your night clothes, your nightgown, your muumuu. Is your muumuu sexy? Is it not sexy? Like, just take a peek, because then it can tell you about yourself. Sometimes we don't always want to be sexy. Sometimes we like the big sweatpants and the big shirt, you know? It makes us feel cozy. Sometimes women, I know particularly me, I don't always want to feel like I'm giving off sex appeal. And the reason why that is in alignment with me sometimes. Sometimes I like to give off sexy. A lot of times I do, but sometimes I don't, because that is not all who I am. And it gets played out for me. You know, I get tired of it. I'm a very multifaceted person, and so I'm not always trying to give off sex appeal, you know? So it's in the little details. Who you are and how you show up to life and how you show up for yourself, it really explains the little details about yourself. Are you caring? Do you have self-love? Do you have structure? Do you have balance, right? What does your routine look like in the morning? Do you have a morning routine? The morning often sets the precedence for our day. So for an example, if you're having trouble with staying consistent with something, say you want to lose weight, say you are adhering to a diet, an exercise regimen, right? But these things usually happen later on in the day, and you're struggling with it. What does your mornings, how do you structure your mornings? Because your mornings are the precedent for the rest of your day. So if you don't get up, brush your teeth, wash your face, just the basic things of self-care, how do you expect yourself to constantly show up for yourself in a way that's bettering yourself? How do you expect yourself to constantly choose, let's say, long-term gratification over short-term gratification when you are not showing up to brush your teeth? If you have a business and your business isn't thriving, how do you structure your mornings, especially on the days where you don't have any business? Because a leader leads whether no one is looking or not. Whether or not someone is looking. I was like, pause. Pretty sure there was a grammatically better way to say that. A leader leads no matter who is looking. And that is what separates the cream of the crop from those who are still, striving to reach it. Structure your mornings in a way that is conducive to your life, to your goals, to who you want to be. If you want to be a happy person, do not wake up in the morning and be like, don't talk to me till I get my coffee. I got an attitude, right? Because what that is telling you, what that is reflecting of your subconscious, and what is that going to be reflecting in your life is, if you don't get what you want, and it's nothing wrong with, right, having a little boundaries, being like, okay, well, I'm not the most talkative in the morning, but if you're straight up nasty and rude, then you're telling life and you're structuring the rest of your day that if you don't get what you want, if things aren't flowing the way that you think is going to flow, and life never does. Life always has twists and turns. It's not about life giving us what we want. It's about how you respond to life giving us what you want, giving you what you want, and not giving you what you want. That's the difference between a fulfilling life and an unfulfilling life. It has nothing to do with being rich, being poor, being this, being that. It's all about in here. and appear. So if you start your mornings off, until I get my coffee, right? Don't talk to me till I get my coffee. Then you tell So what if you don't have no coffee? So you go get some coffee? So every time something don't go your way, you just gonna be a bitch about it? No, 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 no. Right? Then that means you're saying, like, I'm gonna be unhappy until I get what I want. And the universe is gonna be like, I want her to grow and evolve. I am not going to treat you, the universe is not going to treat you like a child. I want my candy now. Like, how do you treat children? Like, I was just saying that. Like, somebody was saying that, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes. How do you treat children? Because I have 2 young ones. How do you treat children who are having temper tantrums? Do you buy them everything they want? And we all know the TV shows stereotype of the rich parent who always gives their children what they want, or the spoiled kids who always get what they want. They grow up to be terrible individuals. They end up having no type of emotional regulation. They have this false sense of grandeur in their mind. You know, they're very much so disconnected to the real world, right? And we see a lot of problems with society where a certain demographic has been brought up that way. So you can see where a lot of, and I'm just going to be honest, a lot of white privilege comes in, because their parents has raised them in a way where they're truly disconnected to the true meaning and the true principles and values of life, that you're not going to get whatever you want. You really aren't better than people. You aren't guaranteed a higher spot just the freak because. Skin color is just the freak because. Male or female is just the freak because, you know, it's not, it's, you know, divine, you know, all that good stuff, but compared to somebody else, it's just the freak because, like, it's the lottery ticket. So same thing, if you choose to go through life saying, I'm not going to be happy till I be a millionaire. I'm not going to be happy till I get my man. If I don't got a man, I'm not happy. I'm not happy until I get this, until I get that, until I get it. Whatever it is, the universe is going to look at you as a spoiled brat, and they will make sure, first of all, you're not even aligning to what you want in the first place, right? They call it the law of resonance now, but the law of attraction is really what it is. It's, you have to become what you want to attract. You're not even doing that. You're not even doing that, because truly your true love or a relationship that's gonna last, or my man, either you're just gonna be attracting any old type of man, you know what I'm saying, where it's not going to work out. But to truly attract the man of your dreams, your soul aligned man, don't no man want no brat, and don't no woman want no big man baby. I want. I gotta have. So not only are you not even being what you attract, the universe is not going to give it to you. The universe is going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to make sure you don't get it, because there are few things that you can actually control in this life, and one of them is you, how you show up in the world, your disposition. Hence why I'm making this video, period. It's like a little self-introspection before the eclipse comes, because I was just reading up about the solar eclipse, and it's all about taking a pause and reflecting. The sun being blocked out, the sun is all about vitality, forward movement, action, especially it being in Leo. So the moon or the black sun kind of blocking it out, and actually this time it is the moon that's blocking it out. It's kind of significant of I'm sorry, I paused because I'm like, is it the black sun? Because the moon, the new moon is kind of like the moon goes through portals, if you don't know, if you know, you know. There is no dark side of the moon. The moon is literally going through a portal where she goes, probably into the spiritual realm. She's very, that's the difference between the sun and the moon. The moon is more, it's like the feminine. The feminine is more spiritual. The masculine is more physical, right? So that's why the sun is here all the time. But the moon, she actually visits the spiritual realm. That's why it's called the new moon, right? So it is the black sun. All right. If y'all know, y'all know. Y'all can do your own research on that one. I'm not going to confuddle y'all brains when I'm already having y'all do introspection. So that's what this eclipse is all about, It's all about reflection, taking a pause before moving forward. So if there is any goals that you want to reach, it's time. This is the time to pause and to see whether you're actually aligning with your goals. What are the vibrations and the frequencies that you're actually putting out in the universe? And are they the ones, the values, the principles, the energetic actions? Are they going to attract what you want to be, what you want to experience? Because if you wake up, my coffee, then you best believe you're going to run into some people too who has attitude problems, right? Who, instead of treating people with kindness and respect, it's a little self-centered, but not in a way of boundaries, in a way of arrogance. Because me saying good morning to you, I don't got shit to do with you not having your coffee. You better say good morning back. Period, with the sirens. You better say good morning back. That's just simple self-respect. But if you feel like, you can leave. I got a big old mosquito bite back here, y'all. But anyway, if you feel like you can, be rude to people just because you ain't have your coffee because you a caffeine addict, I don't got nothing to do with you addicted to. I ain't got nothing to do with the fact that your cortisol levels is all out of whack because all you do is drink coffee. I know y'all, somebody's like, yo, why is she going in on me? What do she got against coffee? Like, it's just an example. It's just an example. It's just an example. I know somebody like, yo, she hate coffee. No. I'm actually coffee and caffeine intolerant, but I think it tastes good. But when it becomes an addiction to where as though you're taking it out on other people, you're nothing more than a crack addict. You're nothing more than somebody who, I ain't smoke my weed yet. You know what I'm saying? I used to smoke weed. I ain't smoke my weed yet. I'm irritated. You get your little mood. I'm irritated. Everything is just irritating me right now. I need to smoke. I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm showing you kindness and self-respect. And respect. I expect to get that in return. And if you don't, if you're not showing up to the world in which you want to receive, then you're going to receive a lot of nastiness in return. You ever notice the nastiest people is always getting into it with people? And they get into it with everybody. From nice people, the nicest people, to the nastiest people. They just get it all day. Pound it, pound it, pound it, pound it, pound it. Because that's how they show up in the world. Nasty and mean and inconsiderate and arrogant. Because there is a level of arrogance when you feel like you don't owe people kindness. That is a basic human, excuse me, confirmation burp. That is a basic, I usually don't burp like that. But that is a basic human I don't know how to say it. Is it like a respect, a right, a basic human right? Like a little bit of kindness, you know, it's free. It doesn't really cost you much. I understand sometimes we go through things, but I've never been a person who take out what I'm going through on other people. Now, I may be going through something. Orange cat represents joy, but I may be going through something and I might have resting bitch face. I may be sitting there like, I used to do that in nursing. I used to be like, I hate this job. But if you walk up to me, hey, Fave, all of a sudden, hey, how you doing? Like, seriously, it'd be like a switch. It'd be like, is this child bipolar or she just got me resting bitch face? No, I mean, technically, no. I really was going through something. But I'm going to show you the respect that I want to be shown. If I walk up to somebody and I'm like, dang, she look like, let me go say something to her. And they're like, oh, hey, Faith, how you doing? Like, I respect, you know. I usually get that too. I usually get what I give out in return too. It's not very often that I get the rudeness. And if I get the rudeness, I know how to give it right back. Because I'm a mirror sometimes. But that's what I mean by like the kindness people. If you are a person who likes to give out nastiness, like how do you, that's showing up to the world. Do you show up with an attitude? Do you show up mean and rude and nasty? You know, do you show up to the world defensive? Are you always getting smart with people? Are you always taking the offensive? Are you easily offended, right? So maybe someone didn't mean something. Someone's not attacking you, but you show up to the world defensive. That means subconsciously you feel like you're being attacked. You're feeling overwhelmed. You feel like life is just throwing everything at you. And maybe you need to take a pause. Take a pause, take a break. You know, sometimes feeling attacked, sometimes feeling overwhelmed can come from engaging with too many things, right? You have too many goals right now. You need to take things one at a time. I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. And now it's just, because this not working over here and that's not working over there and this not working over there. I feel like this person giving me attitude over here when I'm trying to do this. And then I go downtown to do this to fix this. And that person giving me attitude. Sometimes that is the universe's way of showing you, but I'm so sweet and I'm so this and I'm so that. But you know what I'm saying? Now I'm starting to show up defensive. Like every time somebody say something, oh, well, do you have, I do have it. I do, you know what I'm saying? You're overwhelming yourself. Take a step back. Do things one by one. Does it all have to be done all at once? Those are 3 separate projects. Do they correlate? Do they correlate at all? If not, why don't you just take the one that you can do either in the shortest amount of time, take the easiest one, and just do it one at a time. Don't fill your day up. Let one go. Do I really need that done? Do I really need my bartending license? I'm trying to get my bartending license, but do you really need it? I'm trying to make some extra money. Because of what? Because of what? To keep up with a lifestyle that probably isn't serving you because you're tired. You're running around all the time. And it's making you irritated. It's making you defensive. Yeah, but I want to keep up with my friends, my girlfriends, my this, my that, my this, my that. Well, why don't you find you some chill friends, right? Do those friends really align with you? Y'all can't chill and just watch a movie? Then maybe they aren't the friends for you if they always got to go out and be drinking. How do you show up in the world? Are you, and let's go back to appearance now. Now, that was like behaviors. Let's go back to appearance. Like I was saying, like, do you show up in your clothing? Like, in your, if you don't have anything to do you get dressed for the day? Now, that may help you, but it may not, you know? Some people who get dressed every day and you're always feeling exhausted, maybe you need to stay in your clothes. Let your mind be like, yes, today's a rest day. Maybe you can change your clothes into like they call it lounge wear. It's not quite going out clothes, but it's not the clothes that you slept in. If you feel like that's not acceptable, some people don't feel like that's acceptable. You can still brush your teeth and all of that beautiful routine. I think of these as like little mini bees. Little mini bees. I don't know if they are though, but they're like yellow and, you know, the camera won't focus. They're like yellow and black stripes. But anyways, how do you show up? Do you never put on clothes and so you start to feel lazy? So like the hours go past and you become stuck on the TV and you're binge watching this after this after this and you feel like you just can't get up? Then maybe you need to get up and put on some clothes. Do you always wear makeup when you go out? And I'm not talking about going out to get dressed like a fancy, you know, dinner or anything like that. I'm talking about like, even if it's just a run to the store, do you feel like you need to put on makeup? Maybe that's hinting at an insecurity. Maybe you should do some self-love rituals, some self-acceptance rituals. And newsflash, healing makes you more attractive. So when you heal that wound from childhood, when you heal that abandonment wound, that rejection wound, that self-worth wound, you begin to look better. It's not just money that makes you look better. Healing makes you look bomb diggity dot gov. Hey, you glowing. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Skin all clear. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the sheen. Look. It's not glass skin, but you know what? It's black skin. You know what? Please. Just, I know y'all like, she is so goofy. Gotta have fun. So, are you serious? Are you overly serious? Like, you got a stick stuck up your butt. Relax your anal sphincter. Like, just relax. Holding all that pressure, intra-abdominal pressure. I know y'all be having tummy aches. Relax. You know what? When I used to be the most stressed, and this is actually something, did I work it on it last year or was it like the beginning of this year? Where it's like I had a stick up my butt, right? Because like it was like, oh my gosh, it was so much pressure. I was putting so much pressure on life, like so many deadlines. It has to happen by then. It has to happen by this. Oh, my life is falling apart. Oh, things aren't going the way I thought. Oh, all this control. Are you controlling? Or are you just living and enjoying your life? Where I would be standing up and I would have to remind myself, unclench your butt cheeks. Seriously, I had to like over months be like, Faith, unclench, you're clenching your butt cheeks, unclench. Like, let them go, let them free, because that causes back aches, neck pain. It causes all types of things. How do you stand? Are you standing strong and firm? Do you lock your knees? You know, are you locked in? Unlock your knees. Loosen up. Because that's how you go through life, locked in. If there is something that you decide on, there's no flexibility. It's just the little ways that tell you about yourself. How do you stand? Do you stand on your tippy toes? I was standing on the sides of my feet, like on the outer sides, because I wasn't wearing shoes or wasn't wearing the correct shoes. So I didn't want my arch to go away. So it's like, okay, well, I'm not fixing the problem. I'm just going around it. And that was creating other problems, you know? And I was doing that. I don't want to say I was necessarily doing that in life, but maybe I was doing that with like emotional issues, where I wasn't going to the head of it. I was just like skirting around it. Where eventually it was like, okay, no, like, like I was trying to work around certain things. Like, no, you can't make it work with this person. You just gotta cut them off. Like, you're trying to be cordial, you're trying to be friends, you're trying to be co-parents, but nope, it's not gonna work. Nope. It's gotta be no relationship. Oh, you guys have a co-parenting? Nope, we have no relationship. Like, well, how does that work? It's going to, because that wasn't working. So, you know, like, it's real. Life is real. How do you show up? It tells you little things. Do you feel like you always need to wear makeup? Like, no. I love to put me on some eyelashes and my eyebrows, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, they sparse. And it look glamorous. But I feel like for this video, I don't want to. For these videos, I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? We sitting here, we chilling. I feel like I'm still cute, glistening in the sun. I don't feel the need to overly, you know? And I'm not going solely off of my looks. Like, when I'm doing this is my throat chakra. This is my wisdom. This is what I have in my heart, my soul's purpose. So I'm not, I did one time, like, I do have a video, I think one video or maybe two videos where, like, I did my little makeup. I was like, oh yeah, I'm cute. But I found it was distracting for me. I'm like, so I know it's distracting for y'all, like, and it's like, where do I want the focus to be? So when I'm going out, I get the focus regardless. So maybe sometimes if you're always feeling like you have to wear makeup, maybe you feel like you don't draw attention. Maybe you need to work on your inner light. Maybe your inner light is dim. You don't have high morals. You don't have high, just whatever your inner light, whatever in the light, consists of. Maybe you're lacking in some of that. Maybe you need to do some self-work, some self-concept work, Work on your morals, work on your integrity, because that makes you shine. Work on your joy. Work on your humanitarianism, your altruism, your empathy. Ooh. Hey, butterflies. And that will make you shine from the inside out, instead of, looking good on the outside, being the shiny object. But then when you know what I'm saying, it's like you knock on it, it's brass, it's hollow, it's nothing inside. So now you feel like you always have to overcompensate, or you're really not happy, so you feel like you have to put on this mask to make it to distract, as a distraction. Some self-interest. It get real, y'all. It get real. Or do you not dress up? Do you avoid dressing up like the plague? Do you dress down? Do you make yourself unappealing because you don't feel like you're worthy of attention? You don't feel like you're beautiful. You don't feel like you're really, ooh, I'm getting so many beautiful signs and synchronicities. Mama Hecate is here with the crows. Then this beautiful, I don't know if that was a hawk or a vulture, a big old vulture just flew over. The synchronicities is synchronizing right now. But anyway, I take that as confirmation. Because yes, in my most depressive states, when I was going through the darkest of times, oh boy, when I was overly worked and working myself to death, I would work my 12 hours. Hey, Sphinx, Anubis. Hey, bro. That's Brody. But, Sphinx, what? Anyway, when I was working the hardest, when I was working at, you know, I had a lot of responsibility. I was doing a lot of things by myself, paying the bills by myself. I was watching my son on my day off. Like, I was really stressed. I think it was also during that time where, I don't know, but it was a lot of times where, like, I overworked myself. I was, you know, just working way too much. Then working 12 hours as a nurse, a lot of nurses are lazy. Like, they're lazy. They don't do what they're supposed to do. But I always did what I was supposed to do. And then some. Like, I talked to my patients, but I think that's a part of the job. But, you know, a lot of people treated that as then some. And sometimes, like, I would get off so bone tired, right? I would just go home, smoke a blunt. And that wasn't healthy. That was draining my energy even more because I was so stressed in that environment. I would go to sleep. I would just go straight to sleep. Wake up so tired, so groggy, an hour before, off my alarm, dang near sleeping the whole day, and do it all over again. Nope. I didn't stink, but I didn't wash my hands. And I remember one time I got like a blackhead so big because I was working so much. It was like 3 days straight. Didn't even wash my freaking face. I didn't even look in the mirror. That's how dark and depressive that period was for me. I didn't even look in the mirror. And I've never seen a blackhead so big, and I still have the mark from it. Right here. Right here. What it does is it kills if you have like an acne mark for too long. I didn't find this out until this year or like last year, and this been there for like 3-4 years now. It kills the collagen. So now I have this acne crater in my fucking face. But, you know, they say you can get it away with lasering. But you know what? I'm going to keep it. You know why I'm going to keep it? As a reminder to always take care of yourself. As a reminder to not work too hard. As a reminder of when I didn't take care of myself. When I didn't value myself. So, do you just, you know, that's a reflection of you. And maybe there's some things that you need to, there's some priorities. Maybe you got to let some people go. Maybe you got to let some things go. Maybe you need to pour into yourself. And pouring into yourself looks like getting up, brushing your teeth, washing your face. It starts with the little things. Drinking water. I wasn't drinking as a nurse. You don't drink no water. No water. I know my kidneys, like, and you see a lot of nurses do try to drink water, but even still, you still don't have enough time to drink the water that you need to if you're really doing what you're supposed to do. You always end up deprived. Water will help so much. I drink so much water, and I drink spring water because that water is alive. It is alive and well, people. It is alive and well. That reverse osmosis sucks the soul out the water. Literally. Literally, it becomes unstructured. So that crystalline structure that water can have, it doesn't have it. You can even get better than spring water. You can make this water more structured. And it does amazing things for your body. It does amazing things for your body. Amazing things. Eating fruit. Some of y'all don't eat fruit. And a lot of y'all like to eat sea cockroaches. Because let me tell you, all that shrimp, all that crab, all that stuff. You look, he's back. Oh. Bacon in the tent, in the fat, in the takeaway. So you can see him a little bit better now. Anyway, um, yeah, all that meat. Think about it. They were slaughtered. They were killed. You know, you're eating dead flesh. If you think about it, you know, they call fruit alive. You know, the fruit is alive a lot longer after you pick it. Like, once you pick a fruit, it isn't dead. You pick an onion, you dig an onion off the ground, it actually starts to sprout again. It's like literally reproducing to make another onion. So it isn't dead after you pick it. But once you kill that meat, it's dead. All the electrical signals is gone. It's hardly any water. If so, it's probably unstructured. It's probably holding the memories. If you wouldn't eat a land cockroach, that's what shrimp are. Shrimp are the cockroaches. They're literally related. They're the cockroaches of the sea. That means they eat anything. Probably each other if they had to. Whew. Replace that sugar with honey. Hello, friends. Hello. My cardinal friend came to visit me. Ooh. Oh, that was girlfriend. That was baby mama. That was the female cardinal. That was baby mama. That was behind me. That was baby mama. All right, y'all. How do you show up in the world? Do you show up happy, angry, sad? And look deeper. Look deeper. This is not a criticism. Some of y'all, I'm getting in y'all butt, but some of y'all I'm not. And coffee drinkers, y'all like, I see, I knew it. No, only if you like have that attitude. Like, it's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? And really, I'm not getting nobody butt, because we all been there. You know what I'm saying? All been there. We all done that. And if you haven't, then it ain't for you. You wouldn't understand anyway. And you have, because nobody's perfect, right? So look deeper into the ways you show up. Are you reflecting of that businessman you want to be? Are you reflecting of that lover that you want to be? Are you reflecting of that great mom, that great individual, that great person? You want happiness in your life. Are you exuding happiness? Because happiness that is dependent on resources, right, or other people, that isn't true happiness. That's not what happiness is. So if you truly want to be happy, can you spend some alone time with yourself? Or are you always surrounded by people? Do you always have to surround yourself by people? So this is a little, you know what I'm saying, reflection before the eclipse comes. This is so beautiful. No matter when you see this, you can always do self-reflections as you move forward. And this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the goofiness, because you gotta let your inner child play. Ouch. Ouch. You gotta be free, be authentic, be goofy, you know. Yeah, because everything was just running in my head like, who made America? Like, I don't know why they just popped in my head, but who made America? Like, just popped way into my head like, who made America? Like, I don't know what. I don't know. You gotta let your freak flag fly sometimes, because again, it sparks this energy. And I think I made a video on that before, and I don't remember what it's called, but basically, like, let life be fun. I think it was like one of like, life is supposed to be fun. And it was like way back, you know, when I first started. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching if you got this far. Remember, this is not a criticism or a judgment. I've been there. I've had to like take some looks at myself and be like, oh, because sometimes I was defensive, and it's like, dang, if you keep being defensive when people try and get to know you, you know, how you gonna meet new people? Because I'm a Scorpio moon and rising, and I do not like it when people be asking me dumb questions. But it's not dumb. But who cares where I'm from? Like, we is not ready to sit up here and talk about the state of Baltimore. No, we not. Anyways, or how old I am. Who cares? What that got to do with me as a person? But some people like, no, it is. So, you know, just be open. Just gotta be open. Anyways, anyways, self-reflection. I hope you guys enjoy. I don't want to ramble too much. I feel like I'm dragging this on. But I'm hoping you're enjoying my energy as much as I'm enjoying the energy that's my own energy as well. So don't forget to enjoy life. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Put certain things down, you know, give yourself a break. If you need a break, take your care of yourself. Time to get up on it. If you're not, you know, you're not brushing your teeth, you're not washing your face, you're not getting dressed, you're not hitting your goals, take a deeper look into why.